Hi, my name is Santiago Marin Galindo, and I'm going to talk about the derivatives. Initially, the derivatives of a function is a fundamental concept in calculus that measures how a function changes, like as an input variable, usually denoted like change. It provides information about the rate at which a function is changing at any given point. Also represents sometimes the slope of the tangent line in a graph. So basically the derivatives represent so much like the slope, and also is like a important part of a graphical thing, because you have to identify first this to solve many other things. Like if you like to find y, the only thing that you have to do is to first find the slope. So now there are some of the fundamental rules and techniques that can be used to find this, but it is different depending on what you have to find and the questions. So now I am going to present you some of those problems that can appear in the igcse. Initially, you have to identify that igcse is very strict with this topic, because derivate is one of many things in a graphic in mathematics. So it is important to take into account that in igcse are very strict with the calculations, with the answers, and all of that things, because this is a concept that is very difficult, but sometimes can you make it like good. In some cases there is some things like trigonometric functions, chain rule, and all of that, sum and difference, and also exponential and logarithmic functions. So the thing that you have to do is to understand well the question and find that. So I am going to present one of the problems that can appear in the igcse. So here is the function fx equal 2x 2 minus 3x 2. The only thing that you have to do is to convert that 2 that is next to the 3x in an exponent. This to help and make the rule of an exponential form to obtain the derivative. After that, the only thing that you have to do is to pass like the 2 to the other side, and the 3x you stay in that point, and that converts in minus 0. The only thing that you have to do is to solve that, and that gives a derivative of 6x. Now I have other problem, that is, in this case there are many numbers, that is fx equal 3x with the exponent of 2 minus 2x exponent to 2 minus 6. First you have to understand that the next step that you have to do is to take the exponents and put like 3 plus 3 and 2 plus 2. That is the initial thing that you have to do to take the value. Also, you have to then, after that, the only thing that you have to do is, after the multiplication that it gives 9x and 4x, because we multiply that, it converts in minus 6. And the final, and then it will be fx equal 9x to the power of 2 minus 4x, because that is the thing. When you are using exponent, the only thing that you have to do is to identify those and multiply by itself, because it is important to take that into account. In any function, if we want to have the stationary points, we can replace like the fx by 0. That was the thing that we were making in the problems, that we replace the fx by a 0. So that is an important part to take into account to present the igcse, because this is a topic that can be presented in most of those, and you have to be prepared for that, because can help most to have good points for advantage in the exam.